Welcome back to my channel. It's Carla's Calorie Crush, week 20. Is it week 23? It's week 23. What sort of week have I had? Well, food-wise, nothing challenging to deal with. I'm still absolutely longing for a cake, and I'm really looking forward to having Indian takeaway. I've decided that when I hit my 5 stone weight loss, I'm going to have a korma from the Indian takeaway down the road. But nothing particularly challenging going on in my life to deal with. I did sit and do some meal planning, but I haven't actually been out and bought the extras that I need to cook those meals yet. And we've got a lot of food in the house. We've got an indoor 3-section under-counter freezer, and then a small chest freezer in the shed, and 2 cupboards full of food. And I kind of feel like I should be working my way through a lot of what we've got before I go out shopping for more. So yeah, that's kind of why I haven't really done that yet. But I've certainly been through the books and planned what I intend to cook. So that's a start. I did want to mention these. These are flour and white meringue bars. This is not sponsored. They have not been paid for by the company. I saw these, I think, on somebody's Instagram post and thought, oh, they look nice. And I ordered a taster pack last week. They were in the waffle. You may remember seeing them. I ordered 2 each. They come in 6 flavours, and I ordered 2 each. OMG, they are lush. They are so nice that you may notice in the screenshots for this week's food diary that I ate almost all 12 in a week. They are low calorie, they're high in sugar, so it is, the salted caramel are 75 calories. The only ones I've got left of the other flavours are the lemon meringue and the chocolate meringue at the moment. The lemon is 99 and the chocolate is 99. I have reordered a box of the 75 calorie salted caramel because they are the lowest ones, and I'm going to make sure I limit myself to no more than 1 a day, and preferably not 1 every day. But I just thought I'd mention them because if you have a really sweet tooth, as I do, a really, really sweet tooth, then these absolutely hit the spot because they are basically meringue with a thin layer of chocolate around the outside. I think they're really good for the calories. There is usually a discount code available if you wander around the internet. I used the code YUM15 and I got 15% off, but I don't know whether that will still be valid. You could try it and see. I will link below to them. You can get them on Amazon with free Prime delivery, or you can also get them direct from the Flour and White website. So I'll link both of those below this video. But like I said, no, I'm not being paid to promote them. I just thought if you've got a really sweet tooth, these might be what you've been looking for. I wanted to read out some of your achievements from the comments on last week's video, because so many of you are doing this too. Some of you say you've started doing it since watching my videos, and some of you are already well on the way. But I wanted to mention just a few of you from the comments and give you all a bit of a shout out and let everybody know how well you're doing. So I've got Louise Roberts is already on week 3. She didn't say how she's doing, but she's on week 3 of weight loss. Well done, Louise. Womack has lost 6 pounds in her first week. Kat has lost 6 stone 5 pounds in 18 months. Well done, Kat. Chris Griffiths, 4 stone lost. She is 10 pounds. I think that says 10 pounds to go. Must be 10 pounds away from her target weight. Well done, Chris. Jilly Bryan has lost 1 stone. Jackie Russell is 2 weeks in. Well done, Jackie. Karen Tompkins lost £2 last week. Shirley Boland has lost 1 stone 8 pounds. Alison, I'm pretty sure that says Benson. My writing is terrible when I'm making notes. Lost 4 pounds in her first week. Deborah Smith has lost 5 pounds so far. Well done, you lot. I'm so glad that it's going really well for so many people. I personally feel that calorie counting has been completely different to anything I've tried before. I've tried, as I've told you before, so many different slimming clubs. So many, well, I say 2 different slimming clubs. I've tried Weight Watchers and I've tried Slimming World. But I've tried Slimming World on multiple occasions at multiple locations with multiple consultants. A couple of consultants I didn't get on with. Not we had a fight, but just, they weren't for me. A couple of consultants I felt weren't remotely interested in whether I lost weight or not, as long as I turned up and gave them my £5 every week. My most recent consultant was absolutely lovely, but I still didn't lose any weight because Slimming World isn't the right plan for me. I'm not here to slate Slimming World, but Slimming World relies on you stopping when you are full. They say all this food is free food and you can eat as much of it as you want, and it relies on you knowing when you have had enough. And as a fatty, we don't always know when we've had enough, because sometimes we're quite happy to go well on past the point where we've had enough. Slimming World was not the right plan for me. Weight Watchers, not the right plan for me. Calorie counting has changed the way I look at food, and even though I can now, in theory, start the day with 6 Mars bars, as long as I don't have anything else for the entire day, I don't want to do that. Whereas on Weight Watchers, I did do that, not necessarily 6, but I started the day with a couple of Mars bars because I can, because I've got this many points and these are only this many points, so I can do that. It doesn't work that way with calorie counting, and I don't know why. I don't know what the shift is in my thinking, but I don't. I start the day with breakfast, and that's another thing. I make sure I have breakfast every day. Most days I don't fancy it. That's really the reason why I don't eat until about 9:30 usually, because I'm an early bird. I wake up most days at 6 o'clock. If you tried to make me eat at 6 o'clock, I think I'd kill you. Around about 9:30 is when I'm ready for breakfast. So I have my breakfast about 9:30. I have my lunch at about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. And then I have my evening meal after 6 p.m. usually. Slight variations on that, but that's usually how it works. I have had a few people ask me, how do you cope with snacking in the evenings? One thing that combats that for me is that I'm very much an early to bed person. I'm usually in bed before 8 p.m. Some nights I'm in bed at 6:30, depending on... It tends to depend on whether I'm cold. If I'm cold and tired, then I'll get into bed, because I'd rather watch telly in bed, where if I fall asleep at least I'm in bed, than watch telly downstairs where I fall asleep on the sofa and then wake up cold and stiff and miserable and still got to crawl upstairs to bed. So most nights I'm in bed by 8 p.m, and that really does counteract the need for an evening snack. A couple of people have said to me, what about alcohol? I don't drink, and that's incredibly lucky if you're trying to lose weight, because that's something I don't have to spend any calories on that. And also I think that if you do like a glass of wine, then quite often some nibbles go with that. So I'm lucky in that that's not a problem either. A third massive factor for me is that I am single. There isn't anybody else having a snack in the evenings, making me wish that I could have one. And I don't mean that in a saboteur kind of way. I just mean that if you have a partner or whatever, you guys are sitting watching a film together and he's having a bag of crisps or a tube of Pringles or a plate of cheese or whatever it is, then that must be incredibly hard for you to go, no, I'm not going to have that. Really, really hard. So I'm very glad I don't have that issue to deal with. Anyway, I've gone randomly off on a tangent again. It's not been a bad week. It's not been too difficult, although the later half of the week I have been unwell again. I've had a recurrence of the tummy trouble. The last time I had it was 7 weeks ago. It is a griping, cramping, lower abdominal pain. I've had several people say to me it could be gallstones. The pain is not in the right place for gallstones. I've researched that, and it really isn't in the right place for that. It's definitely not my appendix. It's nowhere near the site of an appendix. It really is, I think, connected. I think it's hormonal cramping, and with the result of some constipation and some trapped gas. This is the third instance I've had, and I am considering now that I may have to consult a doctor about it. On the Sunday morning show, I had a lot of people very concerned saying, you must call a doctor. I'm not ill enough for a doctor. I know that I'm not ill enough to, not for a Sunday morning emergency call out a doctor thing. That it was just gripey pain. It wasn't, I was in no way ill enough to need medical attention at that point. But I appreciate you all caring and telling me that you thought I needed to. I will consult the doctor if I get another bout. I think this is only the third instance of this. If I get another attack, I will speak to the doctor and see what's happening. I've also ordered some Menopace, which is a menopausal hormonal vitamin blend kind of thing, and hopefully maybe that will realign some things. Who knows? I don't really want to go on HRT if I can help it. I think the side effects of HRT can be just as frustrating as the effects of the menopause in the first place. But all of that rambling on done, I have suffered this weekend with blockages and being stuffed up, and therefore jumping on the scales, I did kind of feel that I may not have had a loss. So let's have a look at the food diary. Let's have a look at the screenshots if you're interested in those, and after that we'll hop on the scales and see how I did. Monday's breakfast: porridge, banana, choc shot. Lunch on Monday is a slightly squashed Subway salad. Evening meal on Monday, I've got a bowl of salad with seafood sticks and seafood sauce, and fruit salad with yoghurt. Breakfast on Tuesday, I've made myself a TikTok breakfast wrap. So I've got one egg omelette in there, and then there's 2 slices of chicken bacon, which is 26 calories per slice, and there is a cheese single in there somewhere, but that's sandwiched together, you can't see it, and some ketchup, obviously. For lunch on Tuesday, I had a Sainsbury's on-the-go duck and hoisin sauce wrap for 381 calories, and I also had a packet of Snacker Jacks yoghurt-coated rice cakes, which were 71 calories. Evening meal: 4 Sainsbury's chipolatas, mashed potato, spring greens, and carrot and swede mash. I've got a breakfast wrap again. This one's going to be slightly higher in calories because it's got a Tesco sausage patty in there as well as the bacon. Lunch on Wednesday, it is a ham Subway salad. No turkey breast today, just ham Subway salad. Evening meal is steak. Nice large steak there, hiding under there, with onions, sweet potato fries, salad and light mayo. Thursday is mandarin orange overnight oats. It looks awful, it tastes amazing. Lunch is a Sainsbury's beef in something casserole, beef shin in red wine casserole, something like that, with carrot and swede mash, and I've got broccoli and a few bits of carrot. Evening meal is a wrap, folded in the traditional way, but it's gone kind of awfully wrong around the edges, and it's probably going to be the messiest thing I've ever eaten. Inside is some romaine lettuce, portion of homemade bolognese, and 30 grams of grated cheese. Calories will be on the screen. I'm going to make a state of myself eating this. I can see it coming. Breakfast on Friday, I've got Sunshine Burst overnight oats with a little bit of choc shot. There is upcoming a 5 ways to do overnight oats video. That's not a very snappy title. I'll see if I can jazz up the title a bit before you see it. Friday's lunch is another one of the Sainsbury's pizzas. They are 430. This one is 439 calories for the whole thing, which makes me feel like I'm actually getting a treat. It's a thin and crispy, and this one is ham, mushroom and garlic. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's in the oven now. And dessert is a skinny whip bar, mint and dark chocolate. Evening meal is this. Marks and Spencer Count on Us braised steak with a potato and carrot crush. It's not very crushed. I think I said that last time I had this. It's not very crushed. But yeah, it's all good. I forgot to film breakfast this morning, but it was porridge with banana and choc shot. This is lunch. It is a ham and mushroom tagliatelle. I hope it tastes better than it looks and smells, because it's very unappealing in both of those directions. But it's 217 calories, so yeah, let's hope it tastes alright. Right, I've taken one bite and it's horrible. And on top of that, I've just realised it's 517 calories, not 217. There's no way I'm eating that at 517 calories. It's vile. It's from Aldi and it's bloody awful. Go and find something else for lunch. Okay, take 2 on lunch. I've got 2 pieces of Kingsmill no crust bread with 20 grams of cheese toasted. I've got 6 seafood sticks and 10 grams of seafood sauce. I've got 20 grams of M&S popped crisps and some melon. Saturday evening's tea was a small portion of chip shop chips. Sunday breakfast is an egg and cheese muffin from McDonald's. I had a hash brown which I've already eaten. I will put the calories on the screen. And all of you in the chat are listening.
Carla likes a good muffin.
I forgot to record my lunch, so here's my empty mug. I had a mug shot and a skinny wit bar for dessert. Evening meal on Sunday. Excuse the light, I'm in bed and that's the bedside lamp and that's the best I'm going to get. Is 2 boiled eggs, some bread and butter soldiers, and one of these skinny chop dip things. And a little face that wants to help as usual. You're not helping. Not helping. Monday morning, scales time. 22.8. There we go, that's a maintain. I mean, I'm happy with a maintain. I'd rather have that than a gain. I would have liked a loss, but maybe hopefully I'll get a loss next week when everything is back to normal. I was a little disappointed when I got on the scales, but not surprised. Disappointed but not surprised is the most honest way to describe it, because like I said, I felt like I hadn't disposed, I'm so sorry for the TMI, hadn't disposed of anything that I'd consumed over the last few days. So I feel like, you know, all of that's in there being weighed. Sorry about this. I don't think it's possible to talk about diet and weight loss without talking about bodily functions as well. I'm sorry if you feel that I'm giving you more information than you need. I'm sorry. But I find it very difficult to explain it without embroidering the issue too much. Anyway, a maintain is okay. That means I'm still on 4 stone, 3 pounds lost. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I really am. Honestly, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Hopefully next week I'll have a nice loss to be excited about. There's nothing in this next week that should worry me diet-wise. There's nothing in any week that should worry me diet-wise at the moment. We haven't any birthdays or special events. We haven't any outings. We haven't any lunches out. Nothing is on the cards that could derail me this week. Another week of lockdown, another week of eating at home. And hopefully next week when you join me, I will have had a loss to show off about. Well done to all of you who are doing your best, who are doing really well, who are losing weight with me. I'm so proud of you all. I'm so pleased with it. I'm so grateful, as always, for you guys watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this. I will see you next week for Carla's Calorie Crush, part 24. Bye for now.